Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Stella Beauty Tarot back at you again with another video. I would like to thank each and every one of you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and donating to my channel. I really do appreciate all the love and all the support. And thank you for those of you who've been booking readings with me. It is truly appreciated, okay? So as you guys could tell by the title of this video is going to be about based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? Okay, so pile number one, you're going to be the red dog figurine. Pile number two, you're going to be the blue bear figurine. And pile number three, you're going to be the yellow dog figurine. So again, pile number one, red dog figurine. Pile number two, blue bear figurine. And pile number three, yellow dog figurine. So pause this video if you must and meditate on the card or the figurine that you feel most drawn to. You'll be able to find your timestamps in the description box below, and I'll see you guys at your pile. Hi Pawan! Welcome to my channel. This is Stella Beauty Tarot back at you again with another video. So my pile number one, you picked the red dog figurine, and this is going to be your reading, okay? So if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you back. And if you are a newbie, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. So the way I like to do this is like to smudge the cards first before we get started, so we don't pick up the energy of previous pile or previous readings, okay? So my pile number one. Based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? Based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? Okay. Pile number one, what do we have for you here? Okay, we have Temperance, Sagittarius energy. Alchemist, highly intuitive, optimist, Sagittarius. I'm getting like an energy of traveler, okay, because Sagittarius, they love to travel, they love adventure, they like freedom, free-spirited, okay? So based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? Ooh, that you're wealthy, 10 of Pentacles, and then we also have the 3 of Cups. Yeah, amicable, friendly, you're always having fun, or you could be popular in your friend group. Okay, this is the energy that I'm getting here, and this is the assumption that people make about you, that you come from a wealthy family with the 10 of Pentacles, or you just live a life of luxury. You are extremely abundant financially, abundant emotionally, like you have a lot of love, a lot of support. You get a lot of accolades, okay, everywhere you go. People like your vibe. This is what I'm getting here with the 3 of Cups. Those are the assumptions that people make about you. Based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? My pile number one. Based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? Ooh, we have the 2 of Pentacles. Sorry guys, because like so many cards are trying to come out at the same time. But we have the 2 of Pentacles, and we also have the Knight of Cups. So people assume that you are very charming, you're a smooth talker, smooth operator, romantic. But with the 2 of Pentacles, I'm getting like you have a lot of skill set, a lot of talents, but you manage a lot of things at once. Like I said, you're the alchemist. Okay, these are the assumptions that people make about you. What? We have the Empress. Okay, Libra, Taurus energy here. Ooh, people assume that you are someone who is in the beauty industry, fashion industry, or entertainment industry. So like an actor, actress, you have star-like qualities, even though the star is not here, but I'm getting that energy. So I feel like the star is going to come out. But with the Empress energy, people assume that you are a model, a singer, or like some sort of celebrity, okay? I don't know why I heard hood celebrity. For some of you, could be hood celebrities, or you're just very popular, like I said, in your friend circle. But with the Empress energy, I'm getting like people assume that you are in the beauty industry. So like, you know, you do makeup, you do hair, cosmetologist or esthetician, okay? Beautician, nail tech, okay? Medical esthetician as well, I'm getting for some of you, or even nurses, okay? Because I'm getting like nurses are the one that administrate Botox and stuff, so you definitely have to be a registered nurse or licensed nurse or something like that to administrate Botox. So, and Botox is part of like the beauty industry, so I'm getting like some of you could be nurses that, you know, you're probably a travel nurse and you administer Botox. I feel like it's something to do with beauty. I'm getting like lip fillers and stuff like that, okay? Or, oh, I heard liquid BBL. Okay, my pill number one. So, what assumptions do people make about you? I'm getting like cosmetic surgeon. What? We have the sun card, so Leo energy. Definitely people assume that you are in the spotlight. Some of you, I'm getting like with the Empress and the sun being here, this is like socialite energy. Okay, like you mingle with celebrities or you mingle with people of high classes. We have the Nine of Cups as well, so wish fulfillment. So you live your wish fulfillment, you live a desired life. You have a lot of people that envy your lifestyle. A lot of people envy, like, you know, how you live, how you manage yourself, how you conduct yourself. I feel like a lot of you could dress really nicely. Maybe like your clothes may not be expensive. I'm getting like a lot of you could be frugal here with the 10 of Pentacles, even though you have a lot of money, but you know how to manage your money and you know how to make like an outfit that was like probably like, you know, the top, the bottom, and the shoes or whatnot is like probably like less than $500. You know, maybe like $200. If you put everything together, you piece them up together, it's like less than $200, but you make it look like $1,000,000. Like you look like, you know, celebrity like status. I'm getting like that's the energy that you walk in. Even if you have money, but you know how to put things together. You have an eye for fashion, I'm getting, okay, for you, pile number one. And that's the assumption that people make about you. We have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is like amazing work ethics. It's also a collaborative energy. It's also the energy of the apprentice. Okay. So the person that is learning from someone else, like from the master. Usually this is like the carpenter energy, okay? So I'm getting like you're very skilled at what you do, and this is what people assume based off your looks. Like, you know, you could be really good, like wow, I can't even speak. With, you know, with the makeup, I keep getting like makeup or whatever is that you're doing right now. You're very skilled, you're very talented, and it shows because you're doing it on yourself, okay? Doing like makeup on someone else is very like, it's easier than doing it on yourself. On yourself is harder, like especially eyeshadow makeup. Like, wow, like if you could do your own eyeshadow and then it's like impeccable, like, whoa, like, you know, you're a master, okay? So this is the energy I'm getting here. So what assumptions do people make about you based off your looks? What assumptions do people make about you? What assumptions do people make about you based off your looks? Ooh, we have the King of Wands. King of Wands. Okay, very fiery. You command respect when you walk in the room. You're an outgoing individual. You're a pioneer based off your looks, because I feel like you have an original style. Okay, based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? That you have high self-esteem with the Ace of Cups. Like, you don't tolerate BS. If somebody's going to step to you, they better step correctly or else you're going to cut them off. We have the Nine of Pentacles, living a life of luxury. And I did say that. Like, you have expensive taste with the Nine of Pentacles. That's the assumption that people make about you based off your looks. Okay. Yeah, expensive taste or high maintenance. Yeah, they assume that you're always traveling. You're always on the go. I feel like it's also people in your neighborhood where you live, like, because I feel like you're quiet, you mind your business, you don't really associate with your neighbors or anything like that. Not that you're rude, it's just like, you know, you may not be really engaged with them. Yeah, Six of Wands, very successful. I feel like they assume things about you and they want to know more about you. Like, what do you do for a living? Where, like, you know, what do you do with your time? How do you manage to look this good? Because I feel like you always look good regardless of what you wear. It's like you're always put together. Even if you don't have like you don't have like a full face beat, or, you know, you don't have all the jewelries, like, you know, gold chain and stuff like that, or diamonds, you're still well put together, regardless if you are a woman or a man. Like, if you are a man, you always have your hair cut done, nice fade, okay, or your beard is lined up, fresh, crisp, okay. This is what I'm getting here. Like, you always look good. Yeah, you always spend time by yourself. Okay, people assume that you're an introvert based off your looks, okay, that you spend most of your time alone traveling. Eight of Wands. You're an introvert, okay? Like, you're selective, because we do have the Three of Cups, so that means you're very popular or you have your own group of friends, but you're not the type of person that's going to just mingle with anybody just because. You're not seen everywhere. You're not like everywhere with just anyone doing everything, okay? Like, your face is not plastered everywhere. So this is what I'm getting here. You're not going to be seen with a bunch of people, but you are very, like, you know, sought after or popular in your friend circle. You like your little clique, okay? This is what I'm getting here. And I'm getting like extremely observant with the Hermit card, like very picky energy. This is what people assume based off your looks, that you're picky. Yeah, picky energy, where it's like, yo, only quality, okay? Quality only. This is what I'm getting here. So based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? Ooh, we have the Two of Cups. People assume that you are in a relationship. They're like, I feel like a lot of people are having a hard time believing that you are actually single. Yes, they do believe that you live a life of luxury, that you are abundant, self-sufficient, or self-employed or something like that, or that because I'm getting like Eight of Wands is here twice, so like a traveling energy, action-oriented person, but they're having a hard time believing that you're single with the Two of Cups, okay? Based off your looks, they're like, nah, this person, pile number one, they're too fine to be single. This is what I'm getting here. So what, based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? Yeah, we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, like a team player, but a perfectionist as well. This is what people assume based off your looks, because I'm getting like you're well put together all the time, you know, from head to toe. Based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? Ooh, we have the Ace of Wands, that you're creative, a content creator. Some people assume that you're a content creator, you're a YouTuber, an influencer with the Ace of Wands, based off your looks, okay? Or like, yeah, I'm getting like some of them may have seen your channel or something. If you do have a channel. So based off your looks, Nine of Cups, they feel like you have a desired lifestyle. Like I said, you have envious people around you. Okay, they assume that like your life is all peachy, no struggle. Yeah, Eight of Wands is here 3 times, 888, and that's the number of abundance. Yeah, people assume based off your looks that you are extremely abundant, that you have the freedom to choose to do whatever you want with your time, with your energy, with your resources. You don't answer to no one. And that's one thing that people envy the most about you. Based off your looks, yeah, we have the Three of Wands. You're action oriented, a go-getter, initiator. This is what people assume based off your looks. Like, you're about your money, you're about your business. You do what you got to do in order to get to the top. And you're self-sufficient. I'm getting like heavy on the self-sufficient energy. Based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you, my pal? Number one. Ooh, Three of Swords. Okay, heartbreaker. People assume that you're a heartbreaker based off your looks. What? The Empress again? Yes, because you're. Oh, didn't I see the star, guys? I did not call it out. Oh my god. Oh my god, guys! Didn't I say star energy? I told you guys, pile number one, definitely that popularity, that, you know, originality, authenticity. And we have the Empress twice, guys. Yo, you're a baddie. Whether you know it or not, people assume that, like, yo, you're a heartbreaker. Like, you have a lot of suitors, a lot of people want to be with you, people are drawn to you. And like I said, the beauty industry, there's something to do with your looks. People assume that you are, you know, I keep saying, like, keep hearing hood celebrity, guys. Like, this is what people assume based off your looks, that you are some sort of celebrity, or like you have some sort of status, public recognition, because we do have the 601, so public recognition. And with the star and the sun being here, like, the spotlight is always on you. You shine bright, or you just have the potential to be somebody great or make an impact. With the star, you have this healing vibe. This is why a lot of people are drawn to you, but you may be like selective. I'm getting like an energy of being selective. That's why I said picky with the hermit energy. Like, yes, most people see you by yourself, but you do have your group of friends. You do have the people that you chill with, or you have like accolades, or you have acquaintances. But like most of your time, I'm getting like you may be by yourself with the hermit. Okay. And that's how, like, people see you, and they assume, like, yo, when they see you walking in the streets, or, you know, you see you going out and about doing your thing, especially during the day. Like, if you have a job, or you are like an influencer, because I'm getting like influencer vibe for you, pile number one. Like, you have the flexibility to go as you please, to do what you want. Like, you're not confined to, like, you know, an office space or a chair, like, where you have to sit down and, you know, do your thing. Like, you just could do whatever you want, because you have the freedom to do so based on either like the job that you have, and maybe you work from home. Okay, so if you work from home, it's easier for you to do things, to go out and about and come back if you have like a meeting or something. And if you are an influencer, you make your own schedule, so you could schedule to go out and then come back and edit your videos. I feel like you have some sort of freedom, and that's when people see you and then they wonder, like, wow, like, pile number one, like, what do they do? Like, how come they could just come out of their house whenever they please, or have the freedom to do that? So this is why people assume all these things about you, and it could be true. Some of you could be like, yeah, you are an influencer, and some of you is just like, you have your own business. Okay. All right. So that's all I have for you, my pal number one. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in my next video, pal number one. Bye. Hi pal 2, welcome to my channel. This is Stella Beauty Tarot, back at you again with another video. So my pal number 2, you picked the blue bear figurine, and this is going to be your reading. Okay, so if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you back. And if you are a newbie, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. So the way I like to do this is I like to smudge the cards first before we get started, so we don't pick up the energy of previous pal or previous readings. Okay. So my pal number 2, based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? Based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? What assumptions do people make about you? We have the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, baller, shot caller. Okay, my pal number 2. Based off your looks, people assume that you are high maintenance for sure. You have very expensive taste, that you could live a life of luxury. I'm also getting the energy of being I heard cocky. Some people assume that you're cocky based off your looks, because like maybe you like to wear a lot of jewelries, or you dress really nicely. You smell really good, you wear expensive clothes. We have the strength card as well that came out. This is Leo energy. So I'm getting like, based off your looks, people assume that you are extremely influential. Okay, you have some sort of status in your life. Based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? We have the Knight of Pentacles, that you are a cautious individual, that you may spend a lot of your time alone. Okay, you're slow to make any commitments. You're meticulous, okay, very detailed oriented. So maybe your car, I'm getting like your car may be detailed. Maybe you have lights underneath your car, or like you have like the interior of your car is extremely detailed. Custom leather seats. Oh my God, pile number 2, who are you? We have the Star card as well. So you definitely have star-like qualities. People assume based off your looks that you are a socialite or you are an influencer. I'm getting like heavy on the influencer. For pile number 1, it was like similar energies when it comes to like being an influencer. So maybe you might have been drawn to pile number 1. So if you are, there could be a message for you in there. We have the 10 of Pentacles. So ooh, money, 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 money. This is what I'm hearing. So my pile number 2, people assume that either with the 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles that you come from a wealthy family or that you're well established financially. Okay, there's a lot of good things going on in your life at this moment. So based off your looks, wow, we have the Queen of Wands, that you're very attractive. You have a lot of suitors. You're extremely confident. This is why I was getting like, some people may assume based off your looks that you're cocky or like, yeah, a snob. I heard as well with the Queen of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles. Some people, they feel a little bit intimidated by you because they feel like they cannot step to you, or I feel like somebody tried to holler at you recently and then you were just, minding your business. You were not rude to this person, but you were not really, it's not that you weren't interested. Maybe you were in a hurry to get somewhere or to go somewhere, and this person thought that you were too good, or you acted like you were too good for them. Somebody got their feelings hurt, okay? Recently, I'm getting, yeah, like we have the 4 of Pentacles, like cautious energy. Based off your looks, people assume that you're very, very cautious, and I'm getting like that picky energy as well. Like you're very selective with who you hang around with, who you give your time, your energy, and your resources to. We have the 7 of Cups. Yeah, like that energy of having multiple options when it comes to love. You have a lot of suitors. People assume that based off your looks. So this is why it's kind of like intimidating to come and step to you. People don't even try. They just look from afar, but they don't even try. They're afraid of getting like their getting rejected by you. Okay, we have the Sun card. Like people assume that you are in the spotlight, or you have some sort of business, or there's something that you're doing, because they assume that you don't have a regular 9 to 5 with the 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles, that you are a freelancer, or like you are self-employed, you're a business owner. There's a vibe about you that speaks boss. Okay, boss chick, boss. I was gonna say another word, but I'm not gonna say. I'm just gonna say boss. Okay, for the men. So based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? What assumptions do people make about you? Yeah, we have the Hermit. And we have the 3 of Pentacles. So definitely heavy, similar energy as pile number 1. So I'm getting like, if you are called to watch pile number 1, there will be a message for you in there. But with the Hermit energy, I'm getting like solo dolo type of vibes, okay? Like you're very structured, you're disciplined, you have strong will, because we do have the Sun and the Strength card here, Leo energy. So you could be a Leo, Virgo cusp. But with the 3 of Pentacles, like you have an amazing reputation, or people assume that you are somebody who is about your money, who's about your business, who is meticulous, okay? Somebody who pays attention to every little detail. With the Knight of Pentacles, this is why I was getting like detailed car, or there's something detailed about you. It could be like the way that you style your clothes, or the way that you style your hair. I'm getting like matching nails matching nails, toes, and handbags. So let's say if you wear something purple, or like you have a purple handbag, like it matches your nails or it matches your shoes, or something that you color matching. There's something that you do that is very unique, very specific to you. You have some sort of mannerism that is unique to you. Okay, it could be like a signature walk, like just the way that you walk, or the way that you wear your hair. There's like a signature style about you, and then because of that, people assume that like this is what I was getting, like the high maintenance, or that you're in the beauty industry, or you're some sort of like professional. Okay. Wow, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you're meticulous. You're really good, very skilled at what you do with the Eight of Pentacles. Based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? Based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? The Nine of Cups wants to come out, but there's like so many cards beside it. Ooh, guys. Oh my God, you see it came out. It wanted to come out because it was like 5 cards that came out too, and then I flipped the cards again. What? Nine of Cups, wish, fulfillment, desired lifestyle. Okay, pile number 2. That's what people assume based off your looks. Okay, that you are extremely successful. 6 of Wands. Yeah, that's like very similar to pile number 1, guys. Based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? Queen of Wands, that you're like a boss. Shock color. Definitely that girl, that guy, that it girl, that it guy. Like I'm really getting like an energy of like being abundant, okay? Financially stable, like doing very well for yourself in your life, in your career. This is what people assume based off your looks. Ace of Swords, yeah. Like you're an honest individual, you're truthful. Okay, with the Ace of Swords, you have a lot of clarity. You're a visionary based off your looks. People assume that about you. Like even the way that you walk, the way that you like I said, there is a signature walk about you that when you walk in the room, you command respect. I don't know if you guys heard that confirmation in the background, but with the Sun card and the Strength card, there is an energy of commanding respect, commanding like the room when you walk in, and like all eyes on you. So you have a lot of suitors, my pal. Number 2, more than you know. Okay, so based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? We have the Devil. The Devil speaks of, it could definitely speaks of addiction. It could also speaks of like, you know, feeling stuck, but it also has positive connotation to it, where it's like you're devoted, you are, you know, disciplined, because that's Capricorn energy, structured, discipline, okay, strong will, and also focused. Okay, there is an obsession here, but it's like a positive obsession, like obsession with becoming the best version of yourself, obsession with aiming high. And based off your looks, you do come off as somebody who is obsessed with greatness, obsessed with improving, because the Nine of Pentacles is an energy of like living a life of luxury. In order to live a life of luxury, you have to believe that you deserve it, and you also have to work for it. It's not gonna come to you like just like that, and you just sit on your bum and you don't do anything, or you don't have like really good work ethics in order to get it. But with the Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, it speaks of your worth, your work ethics, your effort that you put in, not just within like how you dress, but also your work ethics, like how you decide to do certain things. Like how you do one thing is how you do everything, and you try to do everything in a specific manner, in a perfected manner. This is what I'm getting here, and people assume that based off your looks. Like you give off that vibe that you are somebody who does things by the teeth, like you do it perfectly. I don't even know if that's actually a word. Oh gosh, based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? Based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? My pal, number 2. Ooh, we have the Temperance card. So you could be Sagittarius, Capricorn, cusp. Don't have to be. You may just have those elements in your chart. But with the Temperance energy, this is like a vibe. People assume that you're somebody who is extremely optimistic, that you believe in yourself, because in order, like I'm really getting like, in order for you to manifest the life of your dreams, you have to be optimistic. You can't be negative, or else you're going to attract negativity into your life. Okay, this is what I'm getting here. And people assume based off your looks that you are somebody who is vibrating very high. We have the Ace of Cups, like you have a healthy amount of self-love. There could be people that are, like I said, insecure about your looks or insecure about the energy that you emanate. Some people, they just like to admire you from afar because they don't feel like they are a vibrational match to you. So that's why they don't step to you. But there could be people that are just admiring your beauty, admiring your style, admiring your swag. But I feel like you may also have a lot of copycats around you, my pal number 2. Okay. So based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? What assumptions do people make about you, my pal? We have the Hierophant. The Hierophant speaks of tradition. It speaks of value, family value. Okay. It also speaks of like the law, government. Okay. So people based off your looks assume that you are somebody of high value, or you see yourself with high respect, high regards. You're definitely wise beyond your years. This is what people assume based off your looks with the Hierophant. Based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? Ooh, we have the 3 of Swords, a heartbreaker. Like, this is why I'm getting like similar to pal number 1. People assume that you're a heartbreaker. What? You see 2 cups? Yes. I'm getting like, you see with the 3 of Swords in the middle, and then the Hierophant and the 2 of Cups on opposite of each other. Like, what I'm getting is people assume based off your looks that you are a loyal individual, that you will not cheat on your partner, that you will be like loyal to the T, loyal to a fart, like a fart. Wow. Loyal to a fault. Okay. And with the Hierophant is like traditional. So you're not the type of person that's going to do something slimy or grimy in order to get what you want. Okay. You are definitely, based off your looks, people assume that you are someone that is honorable. Okay. Because definitely with the Hierophant, you're honorable. You honor yourself, you honor your body, you honor your spouse, you honor your vows that you made to either yourself or your spouse or your partner, whoever you are dating. Okay. And this is what people assume based off your looks, like you're an honorable individual, and that's why you're actually very sought after. Okay. Based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? We have the 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands speaks of action oriented, is also a transformative energy. And like I said, optimistic energy. The 8 of Wands is extremely optimistic, okay? And people assume that based off your looks that you're an optimistic individual, that you are like, you're always on the go, always on the run, like always like doing something productive with your time. Like you don't really have time to waste. Your time is precious to you based off your looks. People assume that because of like the way that you walk. Like I said, there is like a confidence, there's a pep in your step. This is what I'm getting here, pile number 2. We have the Ace of Wands, extremely creative. Okay, this is what people assume based off your looks. And I sense that with the detailing of like your car, or like, you know, just the way that you dressed on a regular basis. Sorry, my nose is itchy. That's why you hear me like stopping every 2 seconds. It's because my nose is itchy. Based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? Based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? Based off your looks, my pal number 2. Okay, what do we have here that flipped over? Ooh, we have the Sun again, and we have the 2 of Wands, but I'm not gonna take it. I'm just gonna take the Sun. But the Sun speaks of positivity. We have the Sun twice, so that Leo energy, confidence. Okay, you radiant positive. There is an air of purity about you as well that people assume based off your looks, that you are innocent. Okay, you have this innocent look, maybe like a baby face for some of you. Okay, so that's all I have for you, my pal number 2. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in my next video, pal number 2. Bye. Hi pal 3, welcome to my channel. This is Stella Beauty Tarot back at you again with another video. So my pal number 3, you picked the yellow dog figurine, and this is going to be your reading, okay? So if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you back. And if you are a newbie, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. So the way I like to do this is like to smudge the cards first before we get started, so we don't pick up the energy of previous pile or previous readings, okay? So my pile number 3. Based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? Based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? Based off your looks, we have the Magician. Okay, so you're a master manifester. Some of you could be influencers when it comes to tarot. So you could be a tarot reader. Could also be I'm getting a numerologist, astronomer, astrologer. Okay, you're into the metaphysical world. I'm like metaphysical world. Okay, so you speak of like law of attraction, law of assumption. Okay, I don't know why I heard hippie. Okay, some of you, based off your looks, people assume that you are a hippie, or I'm getting like bohemian chic. I don't know why I'm getting that. We have the 9 of Pentacles, living a life of luxury. I think I got 9 of Pentacles for all 3 piles. Okay, so definitely that influential energy, that boss energy. We have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, highly intuitive. It's like I'm getting like you may even sense when people are looking at you, staring at you, talking about you. It's like you have like this very enchanting energy about you, very mystical. This is what people assume based off your looks. There is like an air of mystery, an air of mysticism about you. We have the Temperance card. No, sorry, not the Temperance. My gosh. This is the Hierophant. Okay, so traditional, religious. Some of you, based off your looks, people assume that you are religious, or like you have your faith is very strong, and maybe you dress culturally or religiously. Maybe some of you, like if you're Muslim, you wear the hijab or wear the niqab. Okay, so I'm getting like that energy as well. Or like if you are a Christian, maybe like you don't wear any jewelries, or there's something that shows that you're traditional. So, or you may wear your traditional clothing, but you style it in a very different way. It's very nice. You make it look very elegant. Okay, so I'm gonna like, regardless of your tradition or your cultural clothing, you make it look very stylish and elegant the way that you wear it. Okay, so based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? We have the King of Wands. Yeah, very creative energy. So I feel like, let's say I'm getting like dashiki type of like energy. Okay, like maybe you make the dashiki dresses. Okay, so but like you fuse them with other type of like dress, or like it's just very nice the way that you make your daishiki dresses, or just the top. Okay, like maybe for men as well. But with the King of Wands, there's like a creative way of you doing it. It's like just so unique. It's just definitely has the African feel to it, but there's like a little twist. Like it makes it look like, I don't know how to, I hope I'm explaining it correctly, but it's just like you have this little twist to it. Okay, like we definitely know, because with the Hierophant, that is a traditional African clothing, but you have like this signature style, guys. I hope I'm making sense with the King of Wands. And this is what people assume based off your looks, that you could be like a fashion style, like a fashion designer or something like that with the King of Wands. But there's definitely something like, it doesn't matter, you don't have to be African, but I was just giving an example because that's the example that Spirit gave me as that chic dress. But it's just like very uniquely done. Okay, this is what there's like a unique twist to it. Okay, regardless of your background, I'm getting like you have this unique vibe about you. We have Chariot, Cancer energy. Based off your looks, people assume that you are somebody who is structured and disciplined, focused, dedicated, strong will. Based off your looks, oh, somebody who likes to spend time alone. Yeah, I'm getting like that vibe for all three piles, because the Hermit came out for all three piles. Okay, that Virgo energy, that perfectionist energy, meticulous energy, focus, sustainability. Okay, because Virgo is, his house is 6th house. That's the house of sustainability. I'm getting like you are somebody who does a lot of act of service. Okay, and people assume that like you're very open. I'm getting like open-minded as well with the Hermit energy, but like you keep to yourself. You're more of a reserved energy. Okay, we have the 6 of Wands. You're very victorious, successful, abundant in your career or in your life, but you're humble about it with the Hermit energy. Okay, this is what I'm getting here. This is what people assume based off your looks. Like you have a lot going on for yourself, because we have the 9 of Pentacles, which is also Virgo energy. However, there is a humble energy. Like you're not boastful about what you have to offer or what you bring to the table. There is also an energy of you being extremely successful with the 6 of Wands. Based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you, my pal? Number 3, based off your looks. Yeah, we have the Death card, Scorpio energy. Okay, mysterious. There is an energy of being magnetic. Okay, powerful. Wow. And I say that the Emperor is here. Like, yeah, you definitely give off that energy of boss, like you have your own business, but there is like that humble energy about you where you don't really, you're quiet about your next move. Like you're not boastful, you're not loud, you're not, all over the place. There is an energy of you being like, just more laid back, down to earth. Okay, and that's what people assume based off your looks, that yes, you have that boss like energy. However, you don't really like to show off your riches. Okay, you like to be more quiet about it. Like you're very laid back, very low. Okay, you keep it on the low. Like you're just a boss, but you're quiet. Okay, with the Emperor energy. And this is what people assume based off your looks. Like you run things, like you're the big boss, but you don't really have to you don't have to show off and let the whole world know that you're the boss. Okay, or that you have your own thing going on. We have the Strength card. Based off your looks, people assume that you are somebody who's extremely influential in your community. What? The Star, definitely influential. Okay, based off your looks, you have some sort of power, of status. With the Strength card, we have the Emperor, Strength, Star, like established individual. Okay, and we have Magician to top it off, like as the first energy. Okay, based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? Yeah, people assume that you have some sort of influence, but it's quiet, it's subtle. Okay, with the Strength card, the Strength is more of a subtle influence, while the Star is more out there, it's more broadcasted. Okay, so it's more like social media influence. Why the Strength card is more subtle influence, where people don't really know that you're the one calling the shot, but you're subtly doing everything behind the scene. Okay, not in no sneaky way or anything like that, but you have the power of persuasion. This is what the Strength card is, like persuading somebody in a way of thinking without being forceful. And that's the energy that you give off. And this is based off your looks. People could sense or could tell that you're the one calling the shots, even though you're not saying anything. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles speaks of an energy of being, down to earth. Like I keep saying, you're definitely down to earth individual, and people definitely see that about you. Like you're not really in the mix like that, but you're just, you're extremely observant. You watch the next move, you watch how people, operate. We have the 8 of Pentacles, meticulous. Okay, perfectionist energy. Based off your looks, people assume that about you. Okay, maybe the way that you walk, the way that you carry yourself, there is a meticulous energy about you. Based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you, my pal? Number 3. Yeah, that you're a go-getter with the 3 of Wands. You're a visionary. You're action-oriented. Like you always seem like you're on the move, on the go. You're doing something very important. Like your time is valuable, is precious to you. People never see you wasting time. Like you look like somebody based off your looks that you're onto the next thing. You're going somewhere. You have places to be, things to do. okay? Like you're very organized when it comes to your time, okay? Based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? Based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? We have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands, we have it twice, I believe. Yes, we have it twice. So very successful energy. Based off your looks, people assume that you have a lot of public recognition. Yeah, we have the Chariot again. Yeah, driven, Cancer energy, focus, amazing work ethics. Like you're doing great things for yourself and great things for your community. Wow, the Sun card. You know, I flipped the cards, like it came out with two other cards and I put it back in the deck and it came out again, guys. So Leo, Cancer energy. So maybe Leo, Cancer, cusp. There is an air of positivity about you. Based off your looks, people assume that you are in the spotlight, or like I said, fashion designer or fashionista. Based off your looks, like people assume that you are in fashion. Some of you, I'm also getting like models. Okay, what? The Hierophant again, guys. What? There's like energies repeating themselves. We have Hierophant twice, we have Chariot twice, and we have Leo twice, because we have the Strength card and we have the Sun. Ooh, and we have the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. So the Emperor two times. Ooh, pile number 3, bounce. Okay, with the Hierophant coming out here, the Hierophant, like I said, it speaks of culture, it speaks of religion, it speaks of, like, I'm getting like wisdom. There is an air of wisdom, knowledge about you. And we have the Chariot 3 times, guys. Your pile number 3, you're just definitely give that vibe of, like, you know, being action oriented about your business, about your money. This is what I'm getting here with the Hierophant, not the Hierophant, sorry, the Chariot coming out 3 times. This is like strong will. That's the energy. This is what, based off your looks, like you give off. It's not just like your physical appearance, but the energy itself. Okay, like very powerful. Based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? Based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? Yeah, we have Justice, Libra energy. So justice speaks of government law, but it also speaks of karma, fairness, truth. Okay, so based off your looks, I'm also getting like people assume that you're somebody who could be like in like a lawyer, a judge. Maybe some of you walk around in the, like, you know, when you dress, you always dress up very formal, or like, you know, suit and tie. I'm getting for the men here. And even for the women, like maybe you wear skirts but like a suit. Okay, it's like a suit but it's a skirt, it's not like pants. Okay, and it's very like you mean business. This is what I'm getting here. Like when you walk in the streets, like you mean business, you're about your business. And it's like, I even feel like for you, pile number 3, that when you walk in the streets, you're not like intimidating, you're not trying to be intimidating, you're not trying to, you know, step your boundaries over people. What I'm getting here, the energy that you emanate when you walk, and based off your looks, is more like people step aside when you walk because they could sense that you're going somewhere, you have someplace to be, and they don't want to be in your way out of respect. It's not really out of intimidation. Okay, so based off your looks, what assumptions do people make about you? Based off your looks, yeah, Ace of Pentacles. Didn't I say you're about your money, that you're financially stable, that you have an amazing position? Okay, yeah, we have the Knight of Pentacles. That's that cautious energy, that meticulous energy. Okay, slow and steady. Ooh, 6 of Wands 3 times, guys. Like very successful. We have the 9 of Cups, that you live a life of luxury, a life of wish fulfillment, that you get your desires. People bow down to you. This is what people assume based off your looks, like life is easy for you. It may not be easy, but that's the energy that you emanate when you walk in a room, or when you walk in the streets, or people see you, people that don't know you. That's what they assume based off your looks, the way that you carry yourself, though, even the way that you speak. I'm getting like when you open your mouth, like what you say, how you communicate, your tone of voice. I'm getting like, it's like very, I don't know why I heard prestigious. Okay, there's something prestigious about you based off your looks. Okay, so that's all I have for you, my pal number 3. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in my next video, pal number 3. Bye.